Police Department.
Yeah.
LAPD.
It's LAPD.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, can you put your dog in?
Jameson.
Put your dog away, please. Put your dog away. Put your dog away. Dude. I ain't getting bit by that, bro.
Is the dog put away?
Please put
Sorry,
the dog.
he's
It's all
not-
good.
he's
It's all good.
not-
We
He's not
don't.
aggressive.
Huge. You know what I mean? Look. Put him in. Is the dog put away?
Sorry, he's
It's all
not.
good.
He's
It's all
not.
good.
He's not aggressive.
He's huge. You know what I mean? Look. Put him in.
The Los Angeles Police Department has released body cam footage documenting the fatal shooting of Jameson, a 2-year-old St. Bernard doodle, by an LAPD officer during a routine wellness check. The incident, which took place on a Saturday evening at an apartment complex on the 7500 block of Jordan Avenue, has ignited significant public outrage and reignited long-standing debates around police use of force protocols, particularly in encounters involving domestic animals. The sequence of events began when a neighbor, concerned after hearing screaming from Marie Marseille's apartment, placed a call to law enforcement. Officers arrived at approximately 8:55 p.m. and knocked on Marseille's door. When she answered, her large dog Jameson began barking loudly. The body cam footage captures officers visibly unsettled by the dog's size, with one officer heard saying, "Geez, that's a big-ass dog," and another responding, "I ain't getting bit by that, bro." Officers asked Marseille to secure the dog, and she initially complied, closing the door. However, when she reopened it moments later, Jameson moved past her and into the hallway toward the second officer. That officer drew his firearm and fired 4 shots, killing the dog on the spot. Marseille, who was standing nearby, witnessed the shooting in real time, and was heard screaming, "No," as her pet collapsed to the ground. Marseille later confirmed that her family had been gathered inside celebrating the New York Knicks NBA championship victory when officers arrived, making the tragedy all the more sudden and devastating for those present. A video capturing the aftermath of the shooting, showing Marseille sobbing over Jameson, who was dressed in a Knicks shirt, spread rapidly across social media, and drew an intense wave of public condemnation. Neighbors at the scene were heard angrily confronting the officers. The neighbor who originally made the welfare call also came forward, expressing deep remorse over her decision to contact police. "I feel responsible for what happened," she said, adding that she had not anticipated the situation escalating in the way it did. "That's not how I thought a wellness check would go."
And they were like, "LAPD, answer your door, LAPD." That's not how I thought a wellness check would go. The barking continued after a second, and then 5 gunshots, back to back, just boom, 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 boom. I think it's taught me just not to trust the LAPD. Next time I would probably go myself and check on my neighbor. Marie, I'm so sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing, and I wish that I could tell you this in person, but I'm scared.
Marseille's sister, Vanessa Marseille, described the family as shocked and devastated, questioning not only why the shooting occurred, but also raising concerns about the safety of everyone present, given the close-range gunfire in a confined hallway. "What's more scary is that those shots could have hit her or anyone. It was reckless," she said. The release of the body cam footage followed a 72-hour review conducted by LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell, the standard first step in the department's internal investigation process when an officer discharges a firearm. McDonnell acknowledged the deeply personal nature of pet loss in a public statement and affirmed that officer conduct, training, and existing policy would all be carefully reviewed. Mayor Karen Bass, who also viewed the footage, described it publicly as disturbing and tragic. She issued a formal tribute to Jameson and announced that she had called for a city-level review of how officers are prepared and equipped to handle encounters with animals, stating that written policies and procedures alone were not enough. A GoFundMe campaign established on behalf of Marseille, and her son has since raised over $200,000. The family has retained legal representation, with their attorneys releasing a statement condemning the officer's actions as completely unnecessary and profoundly dangerous. At the center of this case is LAPD use of force directive. Number 11. A detailed internal guideline governing how officers should handle dog encounters. According to the directive, written in 2023, officers are expected to assess the potential presence of animals before approaching a scene and are required to consider a range of non-lethal options before escalating to deadly force. These options include verbal commands, pepper spray, a baton, a taser, or even a fire extinguisher. The directive also notes that a continuous reverse spin movement can deter an approaching animal, and that if physical contact is necessary, an officer may strike a dog in the nose or throat. Lethal force is only authorized under the directive when an officer or another person faces an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. Critically, the directive also cautions that the size and speed of an animal can increase the potential of a missed shot and the possibility of an officer or bystander being critically injured by a bullet. A warning that Marseille's legal team has pointed to in their condemnation of the shooting. On a broader legislative level, California, unlike Texas and Colorado, does not mandate canine encounter training for law enforcement officers statewide. An attempt to pass such a law failed in 2017 and has not been revisited in the years since, leaving individual departments to set their own standards. This incident does not exist in isolation. A 2005 Los Angeles Times investigation found that 1 in 4 LAPD shootings between the mid-1980s and 2005 involved dogs, with over 465 animals shot and at least 200 killed during that period. More recently, however, the LAPD has recorded a significant downward trend in animal-related shootings, dropping from 7 incidents in 2018 to just 1 in 2024. That context makes the shooting of Jameson a notable and troubling departure from recent progress and places even greater scrutiny on the officer's decision-making in the moments before the shots were fired. The death of Jameson has become far more than a local news story. It has surfaced urgent questions about whether existing use of force policies are being adequately applied in the field, whether California needs statewide mandatory training for canine encounters, and what accountability should look like when a family loses a beloved pet in the course of a routine wellness check. For Marie Marseille and her family, those policy questions are secondary to a grief that is entirely personal: the loss of a 2-year-old dog who, by all accounts, was at the center of their daily lives.